How about this for a little hypothetical topic? So I was watching an episode, or there was this whole thing that went down on Impulsive. Does anyone know who?
Oh yeah, I seen that shit. George, right?
The comedian.
Yeah. Oh man.
George Impulsive walk out. I love having access to it.
Yeah.
Shit.
I type fast. We're not gonna watch the whole thing.
Oh, it's Impaulsive.
You really have to see.
I love
retarded.
George,
My
bro.
bad. I'm the dumb one.
You really have to see like a lot of this to sort of under. Oh, I think he already walked out at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, his chair is empty.
We gotta find the exact moment that he walks out. This is so good.
I did see this. He didn't even do shit. He just walked out.
Oh
he
yeah,
didn't do nothing
it
to
starts with him walking out, so you don't even get to see.
He did nothing to him.
Dude, I watched it and it's okay. So the George dude, like I don't know him, right? So no offense.
Yeah.
But this guy seems like a fucking pussy because he wants to be a comedian. And fucking Bobby Lee is one of the funniest comedians out there. And Bobby Lee is giving him a hard time. He's sort of fucking with him.
That's what he does.
But he's doing it in a way that only an experienced comedian can do, where he's fucking with you, but then he's also being cool to you and like back and forth. And George at one point just can't take it and he walks off the podcast. So this made me start thinking about it because I saw Bobby Lee interviewing Logan Paul talking about what would you do, like what he would do if one of his co-hosts walked out. And I started thinking, I'm like, what would I do if AD or House Phone or Lush or whoever walked out? And I can't even think of a situation in which any of you would ever walk out unless somebody said something like extremely offensive to you. You
Who's
know,
the most likely out of the three of us you think to walk
And
out?
then we might lunge over the table. I don't know if I'm gonna walk out.
Out of me, AD, and Phone, who you think is would be the quickest?
Phone is definitely the George of the
I
crew.
mean, I mean,
George
But
of
if
the
you're
jungle.
a comedian, bro, you gotta have tougher skin than that. There's no way in hell you a comedian. You're supposed to be able to dish, take all that. There's no way in hell you supposed to. Cause like, what if you doing your stand up and then somebody in the crowd get on you? That happens all the time. We can find a million videos on YouTube where there's a comic doing stand up and then he's going back and forth with the crowd and then the dude in the crowd low key getting on his head. Like, what you gonna do? Leave your show?
Like, I would look at it as so unprofessional if one of you guys were to walk out, unless the thing that was happening was actually offensive or upsetting enough that it was valid that you walked out, which to me, in this case, just clearly, I know we didn't show the whole context,
wasn't
but
valid.
it really isn't.
he didn't do shit.
He didn't do shit.
Well,
He was just being
like,
funny.
Well, here, so I feel like George is hypersensitive, right? To where like he just felt like he was like ruining like the mood and like making things super like cringy and hard to watch. So he just up and left. Especially after Logan Paul like called him out again and said, "Oh, like you're not saying nothing, right?" So he just kind of felt like, "Damn, like I'm fucking shit up. Let me just leave," you know.
But I there's a little chunk of me that feels like George might be leaving the podcast over this.
Oh,
Nah, man.
well,
I don't think so.
so he did apologize to Bobby. At first, Bobby Lee apologized to him because he was just so like
And he took it back.
confused, and then he wound up taking it back. He retroactively took his apology
I saw
That
back.
shit was fire.
But I mean, Adam, what if like one of us, you were hosting a podcast, and one of us like started punching the guest out of nowhere? What would you do? in
Well, I
that?
can't even begin to imagine that. That would never happen.
Ever.
But no, but, like for sure, because I told Suspect that I'm like, next time the more mature version of that would literally be to just walk outside or just walk out and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna be waiting for you outside." That would at least be a little bit more, you know. And again, like I understand why he acted the way he did and everything, but I do feel like a walkout is probably better than an attack, but realistically, probably neither.
It's
are
better for
ideal.
the company.
Well,
for sure, yeah.
And here's the thing, though, just not to, but just to play devil's advocate and try to put myself in George's place. We don't know. People, as a podcaster, one of the most important traits we have is ability to compartmentalize our emotions, because we could be going through a lot that day. And then we have, oh, you're on stream in 5 minutes. And then what do? You don't want to take that energy with you.
Right.
We don't know what the fuck that guy was really going through.
But yeah, because see, look at this. Wannabe comedian walks off podcast over a joke. This is my boy Jamari. Jamari needs to
fuck
come
with
in and do
Jamari.
an interview
He's
sometime.
fire.
I fuck with Jamar.
He makes amazing videos, but this video has 1 million views, and that's why I first found out about this situation. Then he dropped another one yesterday that has 300K already, or 2 days ago, I guess, and that is about the same situation. But yeah, I mean, like, did you see the other clip too of this George dude where he's like talking about the haters and the fans, and he goes,
I love it.
"I'm in your head." Oh, like, bro, relax.
Like
You
what?
can never win that battle.
You
though.
look corny as fuck, bro.
You can't.
You need
Like you can never win a battle with the fans.
go back to bed.
Not I'm in your head, nigga.
It's
That's
not.
that's what they're supposed to do. They're
Yeah.
in your head, nigga. Them you making videos about
them
that
knowing about you or having opinions on you is not the W that you think it is. Them having opinions about you
It's their
and
job.
liking something that you did or are doing is a better example of a W. Them just knowing about you and hating on you. I mean, these fans are not stupid. Like sometimes they might get it wrong for sure. Sometimes I see people getting canceled or getting hated on where I think the fans are wrong. But in large part, if the fans are coming together to say that you're a dickhead, which in this case, I mean, George, I don't really know you, but you definitely acted like an asshole in this clip. But you know, you should probably listen to them. You should probably learn from them because even if there's something that they're missing, clearly they're perceiving something about this situation that they feel strongly about, and maybe you should be willing to apologize or at least play ball.
Was George already like a practicing comedian before he became a co-host?
Yes.
Oh,
he was,
no,
he was
no.
brought on the podcast because he was the
To
quote
add
unquote
some comedic
comedian.
element.
That's
Yeah.
literally why he was brought on.
See, when are we gonna get that? We got no comedians.
Huh?
Danny Mullins.
Well, I mean, Lush kind of funny as fuck.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah, but
not.
he's
a
not
comedian.
I'm a low key funny as a bitch.
no,
Danny
for
Mullins?
sure. We
You
got
are.
funny people, but it's like someone whose whole gig is to be
Right.
funny is kind of like a specific thing that we've never really.
Duno?
Duno.
Yeah, Duno's
He,
comedian.
yeah, he is.
Damn,
I'm
you got
gonna
Duno
look this way.
fucked
Yes,
up.
Duno is very funny. Ha ha ha.
Damn.
Duno's got legions
Just kidding.
of people that
Shout out
fuck
to
with his
Duno.
shit.
Bro, the
But when you're-
Halloween challenge that they did.
When you're
Duno's
on a
reaction-
podcast with Duno, do you feel like you're on a podcast with a comedian?
I've never been on a podcast with Duno.
Well, maybe one day you'll get there.
I mean, he's funny. He's for sure funny.